given a lot of lectures all around. I've been on television shows. This is perhaps the first time I have come to there, so I don't want to miss out on any points. So pardon me if I keep putting kinds of notes there as I speak. If I choke, it will be normal, even though one person may say it's not good to feel sad or feel bad about someone's device. I joined the school in 1979 and I had come from Ranchi after being there for 6 years, and I was here from 1979 to 1984. I was the vice head boy in 82-83 and the head boy in 83-84. And of course now, thanks to the good things that I learned from the school, I am the chief editor of Times Internet, which is the digital arm of the Times of India group. But that is not the reason why I am here. I think I am giving this eulogy for Commander Matthew because I shared a very, very special bond with him and Mrs. Matthew both, and in the school. I had lost my parents when I was just 5 years old, and I came to the school when I was 14 years old. From then till just about 40 days ago, I never felt I was very blessed. Mrs. Matthew and Mr. Matthew were more than that to me. As I said, I joined in 79. I used to live alone in Marganagar, and I got admission in class 8. What I had done was I had given away half of my rent, half of my house I was staying in on rent. That gave me enough to pay for my fee, and if I lived within my means, that was enough to survive. But Mrs. Matthew and Commander felt I was a good student. I think 5 days after I joined school, they called me over to the room and said, "You are a good student, we have seen your record, and we have liked the way you have done things so far." 5 days. I don't think I did anything in those 5 days, but that's what they said. And they said, "We are waiving your fees from now on. You will get free education in the school." So when the school gets the national award for the best, for the most giving school in the country, it is not something new. I was actually a needy student at that time, and they helped me. And I was not from either the OBC or SC, ST or whatever, but they still helped me. They could have easily taken that money and never looked at me again. A few years later, when I was in class 11, it was their decision to make me vice head boy, and the next year the head boy as well. And it is a great feeling to walk into this school. I have not seen now, but there is a board which has your name. It gives you tremendous pride. And also it was a pleasure to see the manner in which they introduced me to everybody else around whenever I was there. Just like Seema was mentioning, he would always call up, he used to be our student. I remember I used to meet Mrs. Matthews and I would hug her. And she said, "He's the only one who can take the liberty of doing that with me all the time, irrespective of where he is." These are small little things which always stay with you. And the warmth was something which you could feel every time you met them. Coming back to Mr. Matthew, during my school days, he was not as feared as Mrs. Matthews was. We were very scared of her. But he was absolutely calm, very quiet. Once in a while, if something happened, he would look at you and look the other way. And that momentary stare would set you right. It happens so very often. And as Seema was mentioning, we always used to discuss how upright he was in his stature, how he would walk. I don't know how many of you remember, there used to be a West Indian cricket captain, one of the most successful cricket captains in the history of the game, called Clyde Lloyd. Among our friends, we always used to refer to him as Clyde Lloyd. You know, he was always straight, tall, dark. And I remember, you know, people would even whisper, you know, hey, Clyde Lloyd is around. You know, so go quiet. I must share an anecdote with you, an incident with you. This school has changed a lot. We were playing cricket here, in this direction, and I hit an aerial shot, and Mr. Matthew was standing next to the wall, facing the window, I think, and we all thought this ball was going to hit him. And you know how a child would do, you know, very scared, my God, what if it hits him? What if actually he sees the ball crashes into a window pane somewhere? Nothing like that happened. The ball hit the wall, fell down in front of him. He picked up the ball and calmly gave it back to us. You know, all these things that you thought, you know, this gentleman would be, you know, for a change, you would see him get very upset. Nothing like that happened. But most of my memories of him are from the time when I joined the school's management committee a few years ago. And I would share some of the things with you which are very different from what most other individuals would be. It was his superlative human qualities which come to fore every time you think of how he managed these meetings. You know, I have been a journalist for over 2 decades, and I have met presidents, prime ministers, various important men and leading industrialists from all over the world. Most of them are very charming, they are great communicators, but almost invariably people at that level of that stature, they are ruthless. This gentleman was absolutely different. Just a month before he left us, he was chairing the management committee meeting of St. Mary's Dwarka. Completely in control, making all the right points, but that is not what I want to share. I want to share how often he went beyond what was required to think and to do things that made him stand completely apart. At one of the meetings, it was clear that a huge, this was just about 4 months ago. You know, this so much to do with corruption, Commonwealth, CBC appointment, 2G scam, everything else was there, and you know, he was chairing this meeting. He suddenly turns to me and says, Rajesh, this thing is really bothering me. Do you think we should do something about it? And he actually turned around. There was a Department of Education nominee also on the panel that day. And he told me, why can't we do something to our curriculum so that this becomes mandatory for any school child? That why is it that it is good to, it is right to do things right? Why is it important? You know, I would always think, why would a man who is over 90, who has total financial security, at an age when he could easily sit back and enjoy life, push himself and take pace to go through the notes and documents, ask pointed questions, and also worry about the society at large. But he did. And in doing so, he taught us what it is to be selfless when it was so easy to be selfish. We always used to also look at the way he presented himself, impeccably dressed, with a cap or muffler, almost a style icon every time he walked in. But more important than that to me was the way he showered love and affection on me every time. And that is something which I shall always cherish. Almost any meeting would start with a hug and end with a fervent request to please come for dinner. I am going to call you for dinner, please come, tell me when you want to come. And with the kind of schedule that I keep, I could never promise. I say, no, I will get back to you in a day and I will let you know. It has been one of my biggest regrets that I did not accept any of those offers, even though I always wanted to. When he fell ill in his last year and was recuperating in his hospital bed, I remember Annie would call me and tell me, for the first time he's slightly low. We would feel very bad. But one evening after his dinner, as he switched on a news channel and saw me in a discussion on debate on one of the TV channels, he perked up completely. I remember Annie sent me a message that he's actually very happy and getting today. He was very happy to see you. I can tell you there are a lot of things we do in our lives that make us feel very satisfied. Being journalists, readers and viewers are our biggest constituency, and their feedback is a big thing. But believe me, never have a friend as satisfied as I did the day Annie informed me about his reaction on seeing me. I'm grateful to God that he was in my life during my formative years, and Mrs. Matthew as well. My life is far more enriched due to what I did and learned from him and from Mrs. Matthews. I want to thank you all from my heart for being here today. Special thanks to those who have helped him realize his dreams and would do so in future. And I can tell you he is here in my heart, and I'm sure in lots of other hearts as well. Thank you very much.